Today I'm going to be giving you the before and afters of our den. I'm also going to be updating you on some of the plans we have in our home, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. It feels like it has been so very long since I have sat down to do a more personal video. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that the last several months we have been working our way through the Fly Lady Back to Basics series. That's not what today's video is about. Today's video, I'm going to give you guys just kind of some updates about our home, and then I'm also going to give you guys like the before and after of our den. So we moved into this home in March of 2023. And this house has been a major project. We knew that this house, we knew we were taking on a fixer-upper, but we thought it was going to be more surface level than it has been. And that's okay. That is just kind of part of it. Thankfully, my husband is really good at renovating and updating and things like that. Now, we are not doing like any kind of gut jobs, not at this point. At this point, we are strictly trying to update finishes, update colors, things like that. So we are going through and we are getting all of the wallpaper down. We are priming and painting everything. We are going to be updating flooring. We went back and forth about like whether or not we were going to do ceilings, because we've got several ceilings that need repairs. We went back and forth about whether or not we were going to scrape all of the ceilings and go, with something different. We do have some more significant bathroom renovations planned down the road, but that's not going to be anytime soon. We are updating all of the flooring. We are putting things in like a backsplash in the kitchen. We have updated all of the outlets in the home. We have updated some of the lighting, not all of the lighting, but we've put can lights in the kitchen. We have just updated a few light fixtures. We're going to be painting some of the bathroom cabinets. We have gone back and forth about whether or not we are going to paint the kitchen cabinets. My initial plan was not to paint the kitchen cabinets, and then I decided I wanted to paint the kitchen cabinets, and now I'm back to not wanting to paint the kitchen cabinets. So that is kind of just still to be determined. We have put in an outlet in our pantry, and we have moved our microwave into the pantry. We toyed around and did a bunch of different research. We tried a bunch of different things. We were going to raise the cabinets in the kitchen to put in the microwave above the range, but that ended up not being the best situation. So ultimately we decided to put the microwave in the pantry. I'm trying to think of all the other things we've done. We have been working on some landscaping. We still have so much to do outside. This yard, it used to have a pool. They filled in the pool the year before we bought the house. I'm assuming they had some kind of major issue with the pool and decided to fill it in rather than address it before they put the house on the market. And when they did it, they left all of the extra dirt. So now we've got really big mounds, like our backyard is not level at all. There's a lot of overgrowth. There's just a lot, and it's a mess. So that is going to be like a much later project because it's going to be pretty extensive. We have fences. We've got like a privacy fence all the way around the house. Some of it is like falling down. Some of it is in decent shape. So for now, we are kind of just been trying to address the parts that are really bad, just because we're really trying to focus on the inside of the house. I also want to mention my husband works full-time. He has a full-time job. I homeschool and I do YouTube kind of on the side. And there's only so much that I can do. I'm great at painting and getting wallpaper down. My kids have done most of getting the wallpaper down. I will say that. I do know how to do it though. But my husband he is the handy guy. He's the one that knows how to do all the things. And so there's only so many hours in a day. He can't physically come home every single day and just work until it's time to go to bed. He can't work every single weekend. and just, you know, do all the things, although he does try. We have spent so many hours just working and working and working. So like I said, I kind of just wanted to give you guys kind of some updates on where we are, what we have done. We have decided that we are not going to address flooring right now. We're going to wait until next year to address floors. And with that, we will also address all of our baseboards then. I had started in our master bedroom. I had painted the walls because we did not have wallpaper in here. So it was easy to just kind of start in this room. I painted all the trim and baseboards and everything. And we decided that I'm not going to continue painting baseboards because it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of paint. And like I said, we are going to be changing out the baseboards next year when we update the flooring. We're going to update the flooring through the entire home. We're going to put in new carpet upstairs, and then we are going to put in, we're still trying to decide what we're going to put in downstairs. We have gone back and forth, and that is some of the reason why we haven't done as much at this point as we kind of thought we would. There's a lot of things that we've changed our mind about. We've changed our mind about the order of how things needed to go. So that's why you guys haven't seen a lot of this. And like I said, I thought I would just kind of sit down and update you guys so you kind of know where we are. I know a lot of channels, you know, they bust out projects, and we just aren't those people. We are working very hard. We're paying for everything in cash as we go, and we're not hiring anything out, not at this point. I will say, let me backtrack. We did have one major thing done to our house that we did not do. Through the summer, we realized that our house was not insulated like it should be. Our home was built in the 70s, I believe. It is a 2-story home, and the living room has like a major vault. And we were sitting in our home sweating all summer. We couldn't have people over. It was too hot. We could not really be in the living areas in the middle of the afternoon because it was too hot. I'm talking, the air was running 24/7, and we could not get it below like 85 degrees in here. It was horrible. And so obviously that was something that had to be addressed. That was kind of another reason that we kind of slowed down on some other projects inside, because number one, it was too hot to work, and number two, we were kind of just making sure that we wanted to stay here. So we ended up hiring a company to come do like the blow-in insulation, and they also got up in the attic. My husband actually did part of the attic. He tried to do the part that he could get to. He did that, you know, several months before we hired a company to come in and do the rest, and it still just wasn't enough. So we hired a company. They came in and did the blow-in insulation, and then they added more insulation to the upstairs, and you know, different things, and it has been a major improvement. And so now we're kind of feeling much better about this house, and we're going to continue with projects and things like that. So it's just been a lot, and it's okay. We are just gonna keep on trucking along, but that's kind of the update, kind of where we are. So what we decided in September, let's see, it is now November, like mid-November. I believe it was the end of September, we kind of sat down as a family and decided that we wanted to start moving through these projects quicker. So we decided that we were not going to try to do rooms one room at a time. We were going to focus on doing like a type of project at a time, because we felt like we could move through things faster and make things kind of finally start looking like we were making progress. There were so many things that we had to do that you can't really see. So it was feeling like even though progress was being made, we weren't physically seeing progress, and it kind of just started getting really hard. So we decided to, let's see, at that point in the process, when we kind of had our little family meeting, we decided that we were going to finish some things in the boys' bathroom. We had stripped wallpaper, patched walls, and you guys, when I tell you we have patched walls, there has been so much patching. This has not been just take wallpaper down, throw up some primer and paint. There has been serious patching that has been going on. Anyway, And so things have just taken a really long time. So we decided we were going to finish the bathroom minus painting the cabinets, because painting the cabinets was really just aesthetic. It wasn't something that was going to hinder functionality of the bathroom. So we did that. And then we decided that we were going to give ourselves until the week of Thanksgiving to get all of the wallpaper down upstairs and prime and paint all of those rooms. So both of my boys, well, one of my boys has a very large bedroom. It's the biggest room in the house. Mine is probably the living room, but it's huge. It's bigger than the master bedroom. It's giant, and it was covered in wallpaper. It's got really big windows in there. And then my other son's room, his is a lot smaller, but it was also covered in wallpaper. And so we decided that we would get that wallpaper down, and then we had a ton of patching to do in there. So we're kind of still working through that. We're not done yet. We have had layers and layers of priming, layers of painting, all of the things. And there are, I think there's 7 doorways, 7 doors that have to be painted front and back just upstairs. There's so many doors. We have a few doors that we're going to spray because they've got like the slats in them. I can't think of what you call that right this second. We're going to spray paint those. I'm not going to be rolling those. So we're going to save those 2 doors specifically for the spring, when it will be easier and we'll have a little more time to get the sprayer out and address those. In the meantime, they're just going to stay wood, and that's okay. So like I said, we have been working really hard to get wallpaper down, get everything painted upstairs. And then we also included in that project getting the dining room done. So the dining room was also covered in wallpaper, and we have been working to get all of that down, which we did do. It took several coats of primer. There was also some patching in there that had to be done, and then, you know, several coats of paint, and it is finally done. So we're making progress. Like I said, the plan was to get the dining room done, all of the upstairs walls done, so that the week of Thanksgiving, my husband is taking that entire week off. We are not hosting Thanksgiving. I'm thinking that's probably obvious, but we are not hosting Thanksgiving this year. We actually don't normally anyway, but we have decided that the week of Thanksgiving is the week that we are going to paint our living room, including like the big vault that's like in the entryway that goes upstairs and all of that. It's a major job, and it's not something that I can do. I'm not going to get up on scaffolding. I'm not going to get up on ladders. I'm just not. My husband will though. So like I said, he's going to take that week off, and that is the week we have set aside. We decided that we really wanted to get that painting done before we decorated for Christmas this year, because this house still has just felt so just dingy, and we just wanted to get the painting done in some of the main areas before we decorate for Christmas. So it's going to feel a lot different in here in just a few short weeks once we get all the wallpaper done or down and then finish painting. And then we're still going to have lots of projects for next year. We're going to take a break through the holidays. My kitchen is still going to be ugly through the holidays, and that's okay. There's a lot of work to do in there. We haven't done anything in our half bath yet, like the guest powder room downstairs. We haven't done anything there. We haven't addressed our bathroom yet, which is okay. And like I said, we are not going to be addressing floors and baseboards until sometime next year. So that is kind of a very long, drawn out update, but I did want to give it to you guys because I know that some of you have been very curious. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been trying to kind of post little snippets here and there. I will say that because we have just kind of had our heads down and just really been focused, I haven't done a lot of filming. I've kind of done a little bit like of a here, this is what this looked like, and I'm going to kind of put some of those things together. I may kind of just add that into this video so that you can kind of see it, but my focus hasn't been filming all of these things because it's not things that I am excited to share. I don't enjoy like the actual work of all this. I will start sharing more videos when I'm kind of getting to decorating and, you know, painting cabinets in the bathrooms, because those are fun projects. But just the brutalness of getting wallpaper down and fixing walls and painting is not exciting to me. So I haven't shared a lot of that. Like I said, I've got some, you know, a little bit of some behind the scenes that I'll share, but there's not going to be any major videos where I'm sharing tons and tons of that stuff. Like I said, it is simply because I don't enjoy it. So that was a lot of words, a lot of details. So now I'm going to show you guys our den. So here's what the den looked like shortly after us moving in. It is just a dark hole. You can see that the paint in here is very yellow, very dark. I know some people really like this color, and that's great. It's just not a color that I am drawn to. It's not a color that anyone in my family enjoys. It just feels very dark and dingy. This room doesn't have a lot of natural light as it is, and there's no overhead light, and we chose not to put an overhead light in here. We could add one, we could add whatever. My husband is actually he used to be an electrician, so that's something that he could do, but we have chosen not to, simply because we like how cozy this room feels, and I just won't ever do a lot of filming in there, and that's okay. It's just kind of our den. My husband and I can tell that we are going to enjoy watching movies in there, kind of just the two of us. It's a smaller room. It's right off of our bedroom. Like I said, the walls were very yellow, and I wanted it to be kind of light and bright. And when I say light and bright, that's kind of relative. It's not a light and bright room, but I knew I wanted lighter and brighter paint. I decided that we're not going to do anything to the fireplace. I wanted the room to just feel nice and warm still, without being like everything in here being warm. I painted the walls. We actually had to replace one of the panels of paneling. It is a paneling room. We decided to leave it. We are not the kind of people that want to go into a home and make everything brand new. We like to just kind of update finishes, kind of update colors, update things like that. I enjoy character. I don't enjoy like cookie cutter type houses where everything all looks the same, and so I wanted to leave some of the character in the home. So that's why we have chosen to do some of the things that we have chosen to do. I know that's not everybody's taste, and that's okay, but if you have paneling, you can paint the paneling. You can make it lighter and brighter. So we painted this room. The other thing that we did is we got rid of the dark bookcases. These used to just be in my husband's office. He doesn't have an office in this home. So we got some white bookcases that had some storage on the bottom. We did 3 of them. They are from Target. We purchased them at Target. I looked at the ones from IKEA, and I decided that I preferred these. So we got the ones from Target to store his book collection. My husband has a lot of books. A lot of them belong to his father. These are not things that, you know, we wanted to get rid of. These are things that we did want to keep. And then a lot of the decor on the shelves are things that are like special to my husband. I do have my blue and white vases on top. I put the collection there because I didn't really have a good place for it, kind of scattered throughout the house. I like the way they looked kind of all together right there. We've got some family pictures. You know, I've added a few little touches that are definitely mine, but overall this room really reflects a lot of things that my husband likes and enjoys. And so since he doesn't have an office, this was the perfect room to kind of do that in. So this room is officially my favorite room. We just got a TV hung up in there like over the weekend. So this is a new addition to the room. We saved that spot. We knew we were going to get a TV. We were thinking we would probably purchase one maybe Black Friday or you know, sometime in the near future, but my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were upgrading their TV and getting rid of this one, and they asked us if we wanted it. So we took it, and so we went ahead and hung it up in here, and it's been great. So this is our new little cozy TV area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on with me, what's been going on with our house, kind of behind the scenes. We are working. You're going to get to see, you know, a little bit more here and there. I'm going to start back to kind of some of my regular content. I'm not going to keep doing Fly Lady videos for the rest of this year. I'm going to be doing more Get It All Done style videos. There will be some cleaning videos, I'm sure, and then also some decorating videos. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon.